This is George and
Rusty
on how to meet women, part one, if you will. But first, I should say, before we begin, let's just get a couple things out in the open. The views I'm sharing are pretty much just shared and common experiences and opinions, and they don't include all women or people in general. So it's most likely, let me just rephrase that, I'm definitely going to say stuff that's offensive. So if you disagree or don't like it, don't listen to it, and don't get pissed at me. So you can go watch some hour-long douche commercial on the Oxygen Network and feed your 9 cats, all right? So if you're going to get pissed, beat it. All right. First, I love women. I've been with a few, and I've learned some stuff along the way, and I certainly don't know it all, but I can share some old man wisdom with you and help my younger brethren along in an effort to get some tail without all the unnecessary clutter, drama, and wasted time. If you listen, you'll have success. Second, the information and experiences I'm sharing with you are designed to help you. However, it's up to you, the student, to go execute. So again, if this doesn't work for you, blame yourself and then go drink a lot. All right, this is Rusty from CosmicUnderstanding.com. I got George on my first podcast this time around about how to date women. George, why are you a good person to ask for relationship advice? You've always given me good advice. Why should somebody believe you? Rusty, I think one word would just have to be experience. Yeah, I mean, I'm quite a bit older than you, but I've been around a bit, and I think the big thing is I've been through the good, the bad, and the ugly of a relationship. I think just like a lot of guys, but the difference is I've learned from them, and I think a lot of guys and a lot of women too tend to date the same people over and over, committing the same mistakes, knowing that
they make the same mistakes over and over and over again, never learning the lessons.
You're dating the same person, just in a different book cover, so to speak. It's the same person every time with the same personality traits, same habits, same maybe similar features, same look. They hang in a similar crowd. So you're really dating the same person over and over again. I was fortunate enough to have a roommate who kept it pretty real with me and said, "You're dating the same women, just with a different package." And I didn't want to hear it at the time. It wasn't terribly upsetting. I just was like, "Gosh," no one ever put it like that to me.
Yeah.
So I appreciated it. And I think it's helped me because I said I've experienced the good, the bad, and the ugly. I'm married now, and I'm experiencing the very good. I'm fortunate enough to be married to a lovely woman that I had to sift through a lot of sand to get to her. And I lucked out, man. I mean, you've seen her, and she's fabulous, and she's lovely and kind. So, gentlemen, if you want to experience true happiness, don't tune out, because this is the real deal, and I'll keep it very real with you. We're going to get to a point where we're going to be taking real questions from you guys, and I'll even give you a website or an email address. You can contact me directly so we can help you. This is no joke. If you want to be happy, or if you want to be treated like shit, keep dating the same people you're dating. But if you want to be treated with respect, kindness, and love by a woman that will not try to change you, stay tuned.
All right, George, what traits does every woman want in a man?
A question probably best answered by women. I'll do my best to chime in here and speak for the women. Of course, we're going to have a guest on in the next week or two. Her name's Christine, who will definitely lay it down. She's amazing. I'll do my best to represent what I think women want from a man's perspective. I'd have to say, I got to be honest, a woman wants to respect the man she's with. I think the big thing respect starts with is having a job. Men, get a job.
Can't be homeless.
Yeah, homeless is not good.
Yeah,
living under a bridge is not a good place to take a girl on a first date. Okay? Underneath the 38th Street overpass on I-5, it's not going to get you some trim. Just keeping it real. All right, so listen, guys, if you have a job, keep it. If it's a good job, don't ever let go of it. Women want to know you are working. They appreciate it. They respect that you're earning money. And do you know why they respect it? Because it's money you can spend on them at some point. Now listen, doesn't mean every woman's going to expect you to spend every penny. I'm just saying she wants to know you're not a broke piece of shit. Sorry, was that too blunt?
Absolutely not.
All right. Also, I think women want a man who can listen without trying to fix shit all the time. Sometimes just shut up and listen. If a woman's upset,
That's totally true.
Shut up and listen to what she has to say. Don't fix it. Don't have a solution. Just listen, and at the end say, honey, I'm sorry you're upset. I love you. If I can help, let me know how.
Absolutely correct.
You don't have to have a solution to everything. Women appreciate that more than you trying to be Mr. Fix-It all the time. Granted, some women need a lot of fixing that simply can't be covered up in 10 minutes or 10 years. There's some really fucked up women out there, as there are fucked up guys. I mean, a lot of people are screwed up. But if a woman wants you to listen, understand the difference between being asked to fix a leaky faucet and asked to listen to her problems at work.
Yep.
Do you agree with that?
Oh, yeah.
All right. It's good to know I'm not totally losing it. I think other qualities include working around your home, doing shit. When your wife or your girlfriend is not around, don't be a lazy ass. Fold laundry, vacuum, do the dishes, feed the cat, and clean the kids' rooms. It matters. Trust me, if a woman says she wants you to do it, or she says it'd be nice if you did it, it means she really is desiring that you do this. The one thing I've found about in a relationship is, since I've been married, if you meet a woman halfway, she'll come back at you 90% to show her gratitude. Not always sexually, most of the time sexually, which is great for you. But the bigger portion is she will respect you even more and give you a longer chain to go play with. You get to have a long weekend with the boys fishing. You get to go drive your sports car around all day and not be hassled. You don't get nagged when stuff isn't done or your man cave isn't clean. If you meet a woman halfway, she'll come back at you so far to you that her gratitude it's almost immeasurable. And no is not in her vocabulary, if you guys see where I'm going with this. Respect the woman you're with. If you don't respect her, I got to be honest, you're with the wrong woman. You should always respect a girl. Don't ever think that they can't take their love somewhere else, because they can. So if you think you got it bad, imagine yourself without that gal in your life, and then think, how would it be without her? So do stuff for your girl. Treat her with respect. You can wash her car and mow the yard and do fun things for her. Bring her random little fun things. You don't have to be all hopeless romantic about it, but think of her and how she would feel if you scrubbed the toilets, or if you mowed the yard, or picked up the dog crap in the backyard. Think of the little things. They matter, and I'll be honest, they matter more than the big things. If you do these little things, watch what happens. Watch the gratitude flow to you. I promise it will happen.
It's all about the little things in the present moment. Like, you treat somebody how you want to be treated. It's karma. It only makes sense.
Little things mean more than the big things, guys. I promise. If you do the small things, your life will dramatically improve. Your wife wants to know, or your girl wants to know, when she's gone, you're not just being a lazy sack of shit on the couch with Cheeto dust all over your blue shirt, looking disgusting, watching Jerry Springer. Knock it off and do something. All right.
So, George, why do so many men use cheesy pickup lines to pick up women? Why can't they just act themselves? I've seen it so many times. Never works. What's the deal?
I think guys use those lines for a couple of reasons. I think one is actually kind of, it's okay. I think one is humor, to get a girl to laugh, because if you can get a girl to laugh, you kind of break her down a bit and you can chat with her. But it has certainly a double-edged sword, because if you throw a silly pickup line at a girl you're genuinely interested, it can immediately turn her off and go, man, this guy's a fucking idiot. I got to tell you, I don't want to talk to this guy for another second. Pickup lines, I think, were kind of developed by men who maybe didn't have the confidence to go up to a girl and give her a genuine, hey, how are you? Or what's your name?
Yeah, exactly.
Where are you from? Stuff like that. I think a lot of those pickup lines come from men's insecurity about themselves. I've never used a line that was corny, like, hey, are you from Tennessee? Are you from Memphis? Because you're the only 10 I see. Or hey, do you bathe in Windex?
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, because I can see myself in your pants. Who says that shit? No one. No one does. Stop it if you're doing that. I'm talking to you. Stop it. No one says that stuff if it's real. And any guy that's ever landed a girl, think of this for a minute, guys. If you've ever landed a girl, and I mean nailed her, with a pickup line like that, how long have you been with that girl, and are you still dating her? And I'll give you a second to think about it. Okay, you're not, right? It's done. It's over, right? That's right, because you're an idiot. Because you don't pick up a girl like that. You're an idiot. Don't lie to a girl when you first talk to her, and don't use a cheesy, terrible pickup line about Tennessee or Windex, you douchebags. Stop it. Stop it. All right. Pickup lines are for guys who are in frats and have neck tattoos and maybe the tribal armband tattoo and drive their dad's, I don't know what, Lexus, whatever they're doing. Stop doing that. You're making us all look horrible.
All right, George, you just talked about what pickup lines men shouldn't use. What are the good pickup lines, if any?
I think the best pickup line a man has ever had, and I'll throw myself in there, is, hi, I saw you back there, and I thought you were beautiful. I thought you might want to get together sometime.
Nice. Yeah, I've used that one a few times. Yeah.
How's it work for you?
It's always genuine. They appreciate it. Yeah.
How's it work?
It's worked a couple times.
I'm an old man. I'm an old dog, and it has worked every single time. Every time. Guys, think about this. You are saying hello to a woman. Make sure you're presentable. You're not just coming from the gym all with nutsack all sweaty and gross and shit, looking all scraggly with salt stains all over your face and shit, and got your cap on. But you look decent and presentable. You've complimented a woman and said she looked beautiful, and you want to ask her out. A couple things are going to happen, and they're neither are bad. One is she's going to say, gosh, that's so flattering. However, I have a
boyfriend, husband.
You
didn't look at the ring.
Whatever. And it's okay. You tried. The other is, oh my God, that's so flattering. Yeah, absolutely. Let me give you my number. Or, hey, I'm not totally cool with me giving you my number, but how about you give me your number and I'll give you a call? And in today's age, I get that shit. It was different when I was your age, Rusty. But if a girl says, hey, how about you give me your number and I'll give you a call, you say, hey, right on. And it's no big deal. But if a girl out and out says no, which she will probably almost never do, say, hey, okay, I'm sorry to have bothered you. Take care.
Hey, at least you tried at that point and you were being yourself and you don't regret not going up to them and talking to them. So,
and even more importantly, you don't look like a complete asshole, which is important. Because if you throw some cheesy ass Windex or Memphis, Tennessee pickup line at a girl and you really want to go out with her, she has all the more reason to say no if you come off like an idiot. Give her a reason to say yes. Look nice. Be clean. Be presentable. And be cool. Either way, good, bad, or indifferent, be cool. I've had many girls say, gosh, I'm kind of seeing someone, but you know what? Well, gosh, you know what? Here, why don't you give me your number? And gosh, just in case. Yeah. You know how many of those women have called me? Every single one of them. Now, have I hooked up with every one of them? No. But have they remembered that I approached them in a cool manner, was respectful, that I looked nice, have my shit together, and I asked them out and paid them a compliment? Yes, they remembered all of that. At the end of the day, a subtle compliment like saying you look lovely or beautiful benefits you immensely. There's nothing wrong with saying, gosh, I saw you walk by. I thought you were just gorgeous. I knew if I didn't ask you out, I'd regret it because I might have never run into you again. Would you like to get together sometime? Very few women can say no to that. And given the opportunity, I'm going to say at least 90% of the women will say yes if they're not engaged prior, if they're not married or in a serious relationship. Yep. Women are thrilled that men chase them. That is our job in life. Our job is to chase them. If you don't, men, if you pass up an opportunity, someone else will take the opportunity to chase the girl you did not.
You snooze, you lose.
Don't be a fucking pussy. If you see a girl that's hot, go after her every single time. If you get told no 100 times, I don't give a crap. Keep trying. If you stop, the girl you want to be with will be with someone else.
Women love compliments, and like most women are insecure, and like they like to hear it every now and then. Like, why not? Like, it's being nice, it's being yourself, it's being honest. You have nothing to lose. Just like
Try.
Yep.
Just try.
It's the effort.
Guys, that's it. This is the message here is try. If you don't, let me put it this way. If you ask 0 women out, you'll go out on 0 dates. If you ask out 50 women, I'm going to say you're probably going to go out on 40 dates. I mean it. Try. No doesn't mean no. You know what no really means, Rusty?
What's that?
It means not yet.
Not yet. Yep.
Not yet.
Potential.
It means potentially I would like to go out with you, and potentially you can nail me. But you got to ask me out first, because guess what? I'm not going to ask you out, big boy. Your job is to chase me. I'm the girl. So men, if you want it, it's out there. Go get it.
And it's okay to be picky on who you ask. Like, ask 50 women. If one of them says yes and you actually truly like them, like, why not? Like, one's better than none.
Just do it. Because I'll tell you what, there aren't too many supermodels knocking on the door of the video game addict while he's chugging down a mountain having some fried pork rinds. You know what I'm saying? Quit being an ass and go chase them. It's your job.
All right, George, this next segment is how to meet women, how to be with women. I've never had a problem. I work at a grocery store. I get to play concerts. I'm nice, like, whatever. Like, I meet people all the time. I don't have to really try that hard. Like, but for the guys that have no clue how to meet women, how to talk to them, where to meet them, like, what's your advice for them? What's going on?
Well, I think one of the main things with meeting a girl is your presentation. You know, you don't want to be a disgusting mess. You got to be clean. And I'm not saying wearing a suit or tuxedo or some shit like that. I'm just saying look nice. You know, wear cool jeans and a cool shirt, and you know, be ready to meet someone. When you go out, assume that you could run into some girl. You go, God, man, I gotta chase this one. I gotta go after her.
What about those Southern girls that like those dirty cowboys, like with dirt all over their faces, wearing overalls? Like, what's up with that?
I don't know.
I
guess sometimes some of the rough guys are for some of the girls, but
I feel like that rugged man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, there's a fine line between being nice and being not understanding how to take care of a woman in bed. Just because you're a nice guy doesn't mean you don't know how to beat the shit out of her when she's in bed. Okay,
You got to be good in bed. Like,
you do.
Nobody wants to marry some guy that's lame.
You gotta take care of that ass. I mean, I'm straight up. If you listen, I'm gonna give you some advice, guys. Straight up. Try not to laugh too much, Rusty. Listen, guys.
I'll try.
You gotta be clean. You gotta clean up your shit, and I mean literally. Clean that ass.
Wash your nuts.
Wash your nuts and shave them. Shave them balls.
Shave that shit.
You want those balls going in her mouth? Shave that motherfucker. Let me put it to you this way. Would you like a hairy hacky sack going into your mouth? I'm going to let that soak in for a minute. A hairy beanbag going into your mouth. Yeah, that's a lot of fun, isn't it? Listen, shave your stuff if you want some prime stuff. Girls will come. They love that shit. They want you. They want to know you took the time to take care of yourself, because you know what? Women put a lot of energy and expense and time into making sure.
They maintain. Why not you?
Don't they maintain?
Oh, yeah.
They make sure the pussy looks nice, their ass is beautiful, their tits look great. And if they don't, if a woman you're dating doesn't take care of her personal hygiene, run. Run like there's a volcano about to explode and never look back. A fiery, massive volcano spewing out chunks of rock that are going to crush you. Because trust me, you don't want to be around a stinky hooch. That's bad news.
That's bad juju right
It is bad. It's bad hoo-hoo, bad juju, and bad disgusting. Stay away from the stinky pussy.
It's like a solar flare got off in your face.
Clean that fucking thing. Clean it. So listen, guys, you need to do women the equal and clean up your stuff. No one wants a full-on man bush they can grow tomatoes in, and a big hairy sack they can do a Fu Manchu on. Okay, you know what I'm saying? Trim that shit. Spend some time, trim up your balls, shave that bush down. Girls love that. They might say, oh, it's nice, but you know what I'm thinking? They're thinking inside? Holy shit, he took all the time to do this, and it looks amazing. That's what they're really thinking. But another thing is, Guys, to meet gals, you got to be confident without being a total douchebag. Okay? Don't use lines like "I'm locking it down" or "I'm representing," whatever the fuck that means. You don't ever call a girl shoddy, or what else do they call them? Boo.
Shoddy, shorty.
Shoddy or shody
Boo.
or shorty or boo. That's insane. Stop doing that crap. And whoever you are, you're an idiot. Knock it off.
Be original. Don't copy other people.
Just stop it. It might work for Snoop Dogg and Flo Rida, who the fuck that guy is, or whatever his name is. But listen, just be real. Girls like it when you're honest and real. Quit trying to be someone you're not. Okay, Eminem's the only white rapper that's ever going to be any good. You're not urban. You're not street. Knock it off. You come from a nice household. Act like a nice guy, okay? Stop trying to be someone you're not.
Don't say you're from Canada when you're from California.
Yeah,
Why? It doesn't make any sense. They do not care.
You're not from Montana when you're trying to be an aspiring professional golfer or whatever the fuck the case is, okay? I'm just saying. You drive a Hyundai, okay? Try to go to that level. All right. We'll cover some more in a minute.
All right, George, let's talk about soulmates. There's a lot of people that believe in soulmates. I believed in soulmates my whole life, and apparently that never happened. It didn't happen. So now I believe that there's potential soulmates. There's a good variety of women that could perfectly complement you in your life, and you just have to meet them. So what's your opinion about that?
Yeah, I've had a couple women use the term soulmate in reference to me or towards me in my life. And I think at the time, while it's lovely to hear, it feels great, I don't know what a soulmate is. I guess it's just being really close with someone.
Like, people have souls. You could be potential mates, but like having that one definite potential like hookup or like relationship. Like, what are the odds of that? And like, couldn't there be more possibilities? Like, if anything is possible in the universe, like, why couldn't there be potential soulmates? Like, that's what I believe in.
Yeah, there could be. I mean, the world. Let's say that I think the world has currently about 7 billion. 7 billion people, and if you share, let's say, your soul, let's just say even 20 of them, could you imagine trying to not sift, but look through 20 different people to find which one of those is best for you? If their ideal matches upon just walking up on you and going, "Oh my God."
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of what we share is energy, the energy between one person to another. While you might feel a strong chemical or sexual attraction to one another, which keeps you together, do you agree on all levels on things? Not that is it pink ponies and butterflies and unicorns and bullshit, or is it like it's good 99% of the time, and on occasion we just have disagreements, which is normal.
Yep.
I don't know if I don't think a soulmate is just a weird phrase to me. It's always been a little bit odd. I guess perhaps I've met mine. I'm lucky enough like that, but I don't know if she's my soulmate. She's certainly my best friend in the whole world, and I really am fortunate to have her and our kids in my life. I think potentially there could be 30 or 40 or 1,000. Or let's be honest, there might be a gajillion men that want to be with her. She's so lovely and kind. She's beautiful. She's smart. My wife is amazing. I don't think there are that many potential matches for me because I'm a pain in the ass. I'll be serious. I'm a hard person to be around at times. So I think it's different for everybody. I think I was fortunate enough to come across my lovely wife at the right time. We were both ready to meet someone, although it wasn't main priority on our list when we met several years back.
But you felt like it was meant to be, almost like right place, right time, right person.
I do.
It just felt right.
I do. It was one of those things. I fell in love with her immediately. I knew I was going to marry her on our
love at first sight.
On our second date. I knew I was going to marry her for sure. But it's one of those things where soulmates is a tricky thing. I think because at some point, is soulmates, does that mean you're good in bed together, or does it mean you relate on world matters together? Do you agree on politics? Do you agree on how to keep the house clean or how many cats you have? What does soulmates mean? I mean, what's the definition of that? What kind of defines that? What is that?
I think they mean like meeting somebody. Like, I don't know what technically what it means. Like articles I've read or like just things I've studied. Like, it's like a person you meet that perfectly complements you.
Okay.
So everything in your life until the day you die is perfect with this one person. It's like magic. It's like, it's just so magical being with them every single time.
As
like,
perfect as it can be. Let's be honest about that.
Like, what is perfect?
Well, I think the big thing is with someone you're with, perfection isn't that they're perfect and they don't fart in their sleep, or that they don't get upset when you leave socks on the floor, or whatever. Perfection is accepting you as who you are. Rusty, you're a drummer. And you know what? God damn it, I want you to drum every chance you can. And you know what? I love that you got long fucking hair and you got this crazy ass beard on your face. But you look, I love you and I dig you. No, man, that's the girl, you dumb shit. That's the girl who is digging you. My point is, my lovely wife goes, George, I love that you like to airbrush and build models.
Yeah.
I dig that. And I'm not going to try to change it or take it from you because that's part of who you are. I also know that you're a little bit odd and you can be kind of hard on the kids at times. But you know what? It's because it's who you are. I love you. And I might disagree with it. And we might have a discussion about it. And I might even get upset. But it doesn't mean I don't love you. It just means that I disagree with what you're doing right now. I want you to slightly calm down a bit. And it's true. The disagreements we've had have been because of frankly, being an ass. And that happens from time to time. We just, as people, tend to make a bigger deal out of shit than it really is. There's a phrase called calm the fuck down. It's
all in your head almost, like just overthinking. Like,
absolutely.
I've always been that type of person, like I don't want to meet some girl that just likes me because I play drums in a band, blah, blah, blah. But like at the same time, like they should like you for your work. Like I like that you work here. Like why not? Like why would they hate you for that?
Well, and they shouldn't matter whether you work at a grocery store or you're a lawyer or a doctor or
they should just appreciate you for who you are, no matter what you're doing.
And I think
they like you as a person.
And I think for the most part, people are cool like that. There are certain women and certain men who have to date a certain status level.
Exactly.
Of course. And there's always
fake.
Those are the people you want to avoid. Men.
Yeah, what women do avoid? Like, what's up with that? Like, who should you avoid? Like, women with crazy eyes. Like, I can see that. Like, there's certain people, like, I just meet for the first time and I get a bad impression. It's nothing they say, but I just got a bad vibe. Like,
you ever date the crazy eyes?
The crazy eyes? I've never dated a crazy
Never dated a crazy eye girl.
But I've avoided crazy eyes because I'm like, you have crazy eyes. Like, I need to stay away from you. Like, what's up with that?
That's a big red flag. Guys, in general, if there's even one red flag, stay away. Like there's two women, a few women you really want to stay away from. The messy one and the dumb one.
Don't date hoarders.
And the rescue. The messy one, messy. Okay, your first date, you go to her apartment. It's kind of messy, but you're like, oh God, she's so fucking hot. I don't even care. Her apartment's messy. Let me put it this way. Or her house is messy.
Something off.
Something off. If the house is messy, guess what, gang? So's the attic. You know what the attic is? That's the head. And so's the basement. And guess what the basement is, guys? That's right. It's the pussy. The pussy is messy, too. There's going to be lots of problems, okay? If things are messy externally, the external, the internal, which
is even more fucked up.
Is even more fucked up. Exactly, Rusty. Is even more fucked up. On the inside, women are more internal, men are more external. That means there's turmoil on the inside. Not always, but be leery of this. Now, the dumb one is a tricky one because the dumb comes in a really nice package most of the time.
And she could trick you too. She could seem really intelligent at first.
Well, and then what does she trick you with?
Yep.
The hoo-hoo. So listen, okay. I didn't date. I went on a date.
You did date.
I didn't.
Oh, no, you didn't.
I went on a date with a girl. Fun, played some pool, played some darts, had some beers. There was definitely an attraction.
How did she trick you in that one date?
It wasn't that she tricked me. It's that I learned she was dumb right away, which was good. Here's what happened. She was really pretty, but had really fair skin. And she had this beautiful curly hair, and she said, I'm going tanning tomorrow or something along those lines. I said, oh, you tan? I said, you have really, nice fair skin. Why would you tan? You have great skin as it is. She goes, oh, I just like to, to get a little color. She goes, I've had skin cancer twice, but it's no big deal. And I went,
what?
Holy shit. You've had skin cancer not once, but twice, and you're still tanning? Okay, this is just, you're just stupid. I don't want anything to do with you. So I never called her again. I mean, Jesus Christ. What's it going to take for you to get an arm lopped off before you go, holy shit, I better stop this? At a certain point, guys, you got to understand the difference between dumb and hot and messy and hot and crazy eyes and hot. Guys, hot doesn't always equal good. As a matter of fact, hot is almost usually laden with a lot of headaches. I would run from a 10. I don't think 10s are worth it. I don't even know what a 10 looks like. I don't even think I care. My wife is gorgeous. And I don't even put her on a scale of rating because it doesn't even matter. But when you see these women in magazines that are impossibly beautiful, guess what?
A lot of it's Photoshopped, too.
Yeah, get airbrushed. And you got to zit on their ass or whatever. Listen. Any girl that's a 10, run. Remember that volcano that was spewing chunks of rock to crush you? Any girl that's a 10 is also a problem waiting to happen on a couple levels. One, she's going to be fucked up. At some point, her uncle did some shit to her. I promise you. Two, she's going to have every guy in the world chasing her and want to get in her pants. And guess what? He's probably better looking and has a six-pack, which you don't. And three, well, once again, we come back to she's hot. I mean, how long do you want to put up with this crap of her having the attention all the time simply because she was born with a nice pool of genetics? Who gives a shit? At some point, she's going to be old and wrinkly and a mess. And then you're going to be buying her Louis Vuitton purses to try to keep her ego and her esteem up. And she's going to want a new car every year. For Christ's sakes, it's a waste of time. Run from these girls. Did I answer the question?
Yeah, exactly.
Sorry, I kind of went off there.
It's like going to the bar with some supermodel, like having all the fucking drunk bastards just fucking hitting on your girlfriend. Like,
that's it.
And you have to deal with that every single fucking time you go out. Like, why would you even want that?
Well, and not only that, you have to deal with it, but you know what? Kind of deep down, she's okay with it.
Yeah,
because you know why? Because she likes the attention.
Yeah, she's hot as fuck.
She loves it, and she gobbles up that attention like a spoon. With a spoon like it's candy, just shoving it in her mouth going, God, I'm so beautiful.
Chocolate pudding.
People are telling me I'm so hot. I'm the hottest fucking thing ever. This is amazing. And they can't get enough of it. But then at the end of the day, and there are a lot of women like this who are beautiful, but they become washed up and old, and they just don't have it anymore. Guess what they're doing? They're going, hey, by the way, do you want to get together? And you're like, no, not really, because now you're washed up and gross and old, and I'm not interested, and you're kind of, no, thank you. So remember, there's the crazy is never good. Run from crazy. Crazy can't be changed. Crazy in the head is terrible forever. Get away. It's poison.
It's feeling that energy. Like you walk into the room, 10 people in there, one person's negative. You can feel that negative energy. Like stay away from the crazy women. Like
Run.
You can feel that. Like automatically you know it. Don't do it.
It's meaningless, self-inflicted psychological messes. It's all done by them. Run like hell if you can.
All right, George. So there's a lot of people in the world that believe that rich old men, like whoever it is, people that own banks, the Illuminati, like they just fucking run everything. They control the systems. They have enough money and control. And like, how do you change that person? Like, is it possible? Like, are they evil? Can they be changed to good? Are you born like that? Like, what's going on? Like, is there anything anybody can do to make the world a better place? Like, because there's a lot of people worried, scared that these people, these certain people, these systems, these belief systems, like the government is you. You are the government. Like, if you change yourself, you can change everything. So these people that technically control everything, can they change? Or are they going to die evil? Like, what's up with that?
Yeah, I think they're all going to fucking die evil.
They're going to die evil?
Yeah.
But they're old, though. Like, doesn't that give hope to people?
No. And here's why.
Is everybody fucked?
No, here's why.
What's going on?
I've talked about this with my wife a few times. We're middle-class people. However, if we were to come into a lot of money, we know ourselves well enough to know the money wouldn't change us because we're still the same people. Money has a profound effect on a lot of people, but particularly when they're in positions of power. But when you're a sort of like, well, I guess there's a way to put this. I know a recent lotto winner who won about, I think, 90 million. I saw him recently. He still wears the same crappy t-shirts and same crappy shorts he's worn when he was just an average schmo working at an aircraft plant. And he couldn't be nicer. He's the same person. So it's these people, money is now a tool for them to control, but they were always born an evil bastard. I think that people are born.
They're all soul searching. They all need to figure it out.
Or they're soulless. I don't think some people are born with souls. I think the way some people treat other people, they don't care about other people at all, whether they have money or no money. But when people are given a lot of money and they're antisocial or soulless like this, it's dangerous. You talk about people running countries or putting GMOs in foods or whatever it is. Money is a really powerful motivator to the corrupt person, the person who's internally corrupt, the person who does not have a conscience. And again, I don't know enough about politics or government or any of those things to really comment on an educated level, but money shouldn't change you for the worse. Because I think money just kind of makes you more of what you are. If you're an asshole and you come into a bunch of money,
it complements your personality.
Yeah. Guess what?
It really makes sense of who you are.
Yeah.
At that point,
guess what you become? A bigger asshole. But if you're a kind person who's benevolent and digs people and wants to help them, and you come into a bunch of money, guess what you want to do? You want to help people even more. I mean, I don't know that this is a question for a man who's not particularly educated. I mean, I went to college, but I don't think I'm entirely capable of answering the question, but I know how I feel about big money and what they do with it, and how we hear about scandals all the time involving them and involving their money. It'd be nice to be in their shoes. And, people say, oh, it's probably not that easy. Well, I think it kind of is. If you have money, you don't have to worry about a lot of the stresses in life that the other 99.95% of people have to worry about. You don't have to worry about your house being paid for, or your car being paid for, or your groceries being bought.
Like the middle class and the poor people, they only worry about money. Everything else is fine in their life.
Right.
And then they sit down, they're like, I'm worrying about money right now because I don't have it.
Because I don't have it. People with money, people who don't have money there's a joke. A friend of mine says, I don't have any money problems. It's because I don't have any. And he's totally broke. But he couldn't be a nicer man. If he came into a bunch of money, he'd still be a nice man. He would just be a nice man who now understands what it's like to have something in his life. He's a friend of mine. He's a dear friend of mine. And he lives in Massachusetts. And he's a wonderful person. Very kind. But people who are mean and corrupt without money are still going to be mean and corrupt with it. But when people have money and the ability to do some good in their life, and they choose to be, bitter, terrible assholes, that's also a choice. It's a choice. We choose every day what to be. You choose to be kind, or you choose to be terrible to other humans, and you have a legacy to leave. Again, I don't have it all figured out, and I'm not preaching. I'm just saying, if I had the money, I sure wouldn't. I wouldn't condemn people. I'd want to do some good. I don't have a lot. I guess my wealth comes from experience in life and doing things and going places and meeting people.
Like the main purpose of this website is to find people that know a lot about one thing. Like I asked you to do this because you're really good about women and relationships and just being a good person. That's why you're on here as my first podcast. But just knowing about the universe and anything is possible. This is so much information out there that people just they don't understand, or they think they understand, but people think they know about something, but they really don't, because there's always secrets. It's in that background, that fucking overtake everything that is actually dictating the entire world and the universe. And
that's a true. That's
people don't really realize that. I was in the insurance industry. I'm this is good, blah blah blah, and then I learned how it operates. I'm this is not good. It's evil. It's manipulative. I got out of it. People think certain things are the way they are, but they really aren't. So I want to get the truth behind certain subjects. What's going on? How can we make this place better? Help people out.
I remember the same story was occurring when I was a kid. The rich are controlling this, that, and the other. And listen, everybody can go out and make their fortune, and I'm not mad at anybody that has money. I guess I'm just disappointed and pissed at the way they use it at times. You don't have to be an asshole because you're rich, and you don't have to try to take over the world because you're rich, and you don't have to try to put crazy ass chemicals in food because you're rich. I don't know that. I think, again, money just makes you more of what you already are. So if these people are bad with money, they were bad to begin with. Money just intensifies who you were, who you once were. If you were born poor and became rich and you're an asshole, you were just a poor asshole at one point. Yeah. You know, you didn't all of a sudden become an asshole because you were rich. And perhaps you did. I mean, Beyonce's an asshole. She's an ass. She is an asshole, though. No, she is. I don't like her.
Why is that?
Yeah, she makes her dancers pay for their own way to their next gig. I mean, she makes $100 million a year, and she can't buy a plane ticket for her dancers to her show. I mean, fuck you.
It's like
Beyonce.
That new company they all started,
That's
like
rude
kind of like Spotify. I can't remember the name of it, but like it's all about like not making enough money, but they're already all multi-millionaires.
They're rude as fuck. It's terrible. And then Kanye West, rich.
Oh my God,
what an asshole. I mean, got money, but can't just an asshole.
He's
supreme.
disrespectful.
Well, he's just disrespectful and racist. I mean, I'm racist too, but at least I'm respectful. There's a difference. We'll cover that another time. Anyway, money just intensifies who you are, and I think Bill Cosby said it best. You know, it's like cocaine; it just intensifies your personality. But what if you're an asshole? Well, it just makes you a bigger asshole.
I feel like everybody's soul searching. Like everybody has different soul. Like I believe in souls. So like your soul energizes who you are. It's your energy. It's like your essence. Like it's who you are. So like everybody's on different journeys, and everybody knows different knowledge. They're on different paths. They've experienced completely different things. So like people that are in certain systems, like they're just on different levels than you are, and like you don't really know how they think. So who fucking knows? Like they might be bad, they might be good, they might.
No one has the answers.
Like who knows? Like
no one has all the answers to any of these questions or what we're talking about. You know, Rusty, we're just chiming in with our opinions. You know, I don't know what it's like to be on the level of wealth that these people are at. I would imagine it comes with a whole host of pressures and issues that you and I simply can't fathom because we're not rich like that. But you hope that with this kind of cash, and I think that the sad thing is at the end of the day, these people who are already insanely rich, whoever they are, whether it's Ralph Lauren or Bill Gates, I guess at the end of the day for them it's to become richer. And it's understandable, but good golly, when you're worth 15 or 20 billion with a B dollars, do you need more money?
60 billion.
Do you need more money? I mean, I don't get it. I was going to say I get it, but I don't because I'm not that rich. I'm just a normal guy. Hey, I work at a grocery store too, man. So,
we work together.
Yeah, man. So it's not about wealth. It's about your relationship to people at the end of the day. As I get older, it's how do people view you and what kind of legacy have you left for your family?
That's completely true.
Like, I hope my family respects me and loves me when I die. I don't know when that will be. I'm not the perfect father. I'm not the perfect anything. That's for sure. But
you try to be the best you can.
You just try to be a good person. You handle each situation individually and differently because everything's different. But treat people with respect and kindness. Trying to judge too much. I've learned that as I've gotten older. You know, I guess I just go fuck it. That's how that person is, and
I judge life too seriously. Like,
yeah, man. I judge people all the time, but it's not. It's more of in jest. I think we covered quite a bit of jest earlier in our discussion. But yeah, just roll with it because at the end of the day, a lot of it doesn't matter. You know, just have some fun with it. I don't know what this whole rich people discussion thing is not for me because I'm not a rich man.
It's hard to think about, but like a lot of people worry about it. And like I don't want people to worry. Like. I live in the present moment. That's the only thing that exists. Like 5 seconds ago, 5 seconds from now, like it does not exist. Only right now.
Yeah.
Like what you're listening to right now exists, and that's the only thing that's real. Is like you're living right now.
Well, let's
experiencing your life. Like you want to be happy. Like that's the purpose. Like
well, let's finish on this, man. None of us, Ralph Lauren, Bill Gates, Rusty, or me, or whoever, Beyonce, that bitch, or otherwise, none of us are guaranteed tomorrow.
You can die whenever.
Could all die tomorrow.
How do you know when you're going to leave?
So, I guess think about that. Anyway, good way to finish that up, man. We'll go into some topics next. Our next session will be with our guest, Christine. Yeah. And looking forward to that.
Thanks, George, for being on this first episode of Cosmic Understanding.
Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate it, George.
Appreciate you
With
having
all
me
your
on.
Wise advice.
Good stuff, Rusty.
fun.
Thank you, man.
Thanks, man.
Right on.
All right. See you guys.